Yes, we got it.
We got it, Doa.
Twitch chat rejoices. It has been gotten. Welcome to Kings Row, where there's a hotel. I don't know if I like that neon sign. It kind of takes away from the sort of classic aesthetic of the building, doesn't it?
The design of the sign and the font and everything really adds to it. It's not really neon, is it?
Well, it's
More like a hologram sign. I think it looks cool.
Sure.
All right.
Would you have a sign on your house that said Monte Cristo's house?
Of course. The Monte Cristo Hotel.
I think you would.
I'm going to open my own hotel, Doa, someday.
Kind of like the Bates Motel?
Exactly.
Oh, okay. Just checking. Now I know I will never go to that hotel.
All right. Well, Envy, we'll see what they actually settle on right here. BK Star's going for a Genji on the defense to control the high ground. That's not very typical.
Well, it's pretty typical in Korea, I feel like.
I mean,
we see a lot of defensive Genjis here.
I'm not so much of a fan on this particular point, considering the value that you get out of a defensive soldier on the high ground here.
Yeah.
But
I agree. I don't know if it's quite as effective, but it is what we see quite a bit of.
All right, Envy should just be grouping up as a mob right here and trying to win the Reinhardt shield battle because they've got a Reaper and a Roadhog here, so they should be able to just shatter that shield very quickly.
Oh, they're going for it. Harryhook dodging out, alarm very low already. Burner does get the kill into Coco to start things off, though, so BK Stars, not a bad start. Yep, Carpe gets a couple, and that's going to be into that. Ooh, hook and a counter hook, and Taimu goes down to Bunny.
I really think that was a mistake from Envy. They tried to rush before they actually won the shield battle. But with their composition, they should have been able to easily break that shield first and not just get sucked into that fight.
Yeah.
And I saw Harryhook trying to get around the side of Alarm's shield right there.
Carpe reflected the sleep dart into Chips there at the end of that last duel. That's a painful one. All right, here comes EnVyUs again. They've got a little bit more ult charge, but Carpe already very close to his Dragon Blade.
I guess we're really careful about enemy Roadhog right now. And here they come. They're going to try and get through the hotel once again. So same.
Oh, wow, what is Zarya shield? Yeah, keeping Alarm safe there.
Yeah, same formation on the attack, so they get behind and create a pick.
Harryhook coming from behind rather, untouched. So far, Carpe comes in with the nano boost and the ultimate. Chips Iron in a little bit of trouble. Coco goes down. There goes Chips. Good start for BK Stars again, and EnVyUs back to the drawing board they go.
Absolutely. They haven't even gotten a single ultimate fully charged yet. Chips Iron getting close. Wow. Their attacks have been a pretty massive failure. Once they get into the hotel, they're having trouble dealing with the Genji just dashing through multiple members.
Yep. Well, this is a tricky point to approach. I mean, there's only really one way to go. You have to go through that gate. I mean, yeah, you can go up through the small second floor of the hotel. Maybe they should try that. Burner throws in the Graviton Surge. Sound Barrier comes in immediately, but the kills come in afterwards for BK Stars, and that is about that.
Yeah, but the thing is that when we look at Envy right now, they did actually manage to take out Alarm right there. So it's an opportunity while he's going to be running back for them to make a very quick attack.
Perhaps.
And see if they can get something done. They've also blown a couple of ults at BK Stars, so Envy has a lot of time, and they can just charge here for 6 ults and try and make a decisive push right at the end of the timer.
Oh, nano boost onto Harryhook, gets the kill immediately onto Bunny, dances in, gets hit with the sleep dart though, and then the Earth Shatter as they try to turn this one around. Meanwhile, Coco does get the kill into Proof. Nice pin there. Carpe finally taken out, and it looks like EnVyUs may be able to get some headway going on this point. Let's see, Alarm, yeah. He's gone. So, EnVyUs finally will get the payload moving.
Yeah, the death of the Reinhardt, the death of Alarm made it so that they couldn't actually set up once again too far forward. And EnVyUs was very decisive about that. They realized even though they lost the last fight 1-6, it was still easy for them to rush the point. They had some nice ultimates. Just getting that nano boost onto the Reaper and having him carve a swath through the BK Stars defense. So, and so you got to make sure that you make the most out of these small timing windows, and Envy doing just that.
That's right. Internet Hulk has managed to save his Sound Barrier. Didn't use that earlier.
He's been a bit slow on this Graviton charge so far, but so is the rest of his team. When it comes to ult charges in general, Alarm is low, going to get that Biotic Grenade.
Well, when you lose a lot of fights like that, it is tough to build that ultimate meter as quickly as your opponents. Mickey going in the back lines. There's a Graviton Surge. BK Stars, actually that one maybe got reflected.
That was reflected.
It did. Yeah, Carpe reflects it. It's a nano boost right afterwards, and that is a clean return kill. Mickey's like, whoopsie.
Yes, that was definitely a reflected, Graviton Surge right there.
Mickey's been very risky with his Graviton Surges this match. He's been lobbing a lot of them from long range. He hasn't been aiming at the ground when he goes in to prevent that kind of thing from happening.
That was pretty sloppy.
He walked in and just fired it straight horizontally. So Carpe was like, all right, well, gee, I wonder why Zarya's running in the middle of my team. Now the Graviton Surge comes in from Burner. And where's the follow-up? Harry Hook will get hit with that sleep dart. Earthshatter coming in, though. Alarm gets a kill onto Taimu. And Harry's still alive for the moment. I don't know if they can turn this one around, though. BK Stars dropped the sound barrier just to make sure they win this fight. And EnVyUs having a really hard time pushing this payload.
Wow, actually a little bit of an overextension right there from Bernard, but several members will be cleaned up by Carpe and Alarm. I think he's still trying to get some damage down here, get some more ult charge while he can. Mickey has not been, I think, on point in terms of his Zarya shields as well as projected barriers. There have been a lot of times, like in this last fight, where Harry Hook goes in and he really needs a projected barrier to make the most out of it because he keeps getting sleep darted when he should be dealing damage. So communication seems to be a little off tonight for Envy on some of these engagements.
Yeah. All right, Harry Hook's been patient. He's got the Death Blossom ready to go. Carpe very low. Has a biotic grenade on him as well. Now finally getting some heals as EnVyUs tries to push their way in.
Didn't get any value out of the Dragon Blade though. Mickey now, we'll see if he can do better at the next Graviton Surge that he has.
Well, he's avoiding that nano boosted Reinhardt right now. Oh, and he can't avoid death. Twinkle getting the killing blow there. BK Stars still holding strong. Only 1 minute remaining for EnVyUs here, but they should have some nice ults for the next fight.
I mean, BK Stars is going to be running on empty. They used everything on that last fight when it came to dumping ultimates. Yeah. Meanwhile, Envy should be able, unless they massively mess this up, to push forward. They've got a nano boost coming up, and now the sound barrier there as well.
Okay, Mickey has just got to not let this one get reflected. Coming in, looking for the play. Harry Hook's got the Nano Boost Death Blossom used after the Graviton Surge goes up. Ooh, he gets hooked. Funny with the hook there. Envy is still getting the kills anyway. The sound barrier keeping them pretty healthy as they push this payload forward. Looks like they should be able to get point B.
Harry Hook didn't actually need to Wraith form right there because he had the sound barrier and the nano boost onto him, and could have just stood there and actually just killed the Roadhog. Instead, Wraith form took it a little bit longer. Just these little things, it looks like the communication not necessarily on point. That time BK Stars did wait out the barrier from Mickey in order to get the sleep dart down, so good patience.
I mean, when you play a lot of Reaper, there's certain situations where you just kind of reflexively hit it because you are familiar with the kind of damage that'll be coming in, but yeah. Technically needed that time. There's the Earth Shatter. It's a big one. Hit a lot of people. Coco ready to go in there and hook with the kill on the Burner. There goes Bunny. And EnVyUs is going to get a lot of forward progress with the payload here.
Absolutely. And Burner crucially dying right there when he's the one with the Graviton Surge up. They need that crowd control to take this next fight. But Envy with no ultimates right now. Taimu not quite capable of getting up. But Carpe going to go down.
Yeah, that's a crucial kill here. Can they get any capitalization over the Graviton Surge? Doesn't look that way. Taimu does get the kill on the Burner, though, in return. Envy is fighting. There's the sound barrier now. Taimu pulls in a nano boosted Ana. That is a dangerous thing, or nano boosted somebody anyway. That was Burner on the Roadhog, actually. Nano boost now over onto Mickey, who's going to drop his own Graviton Surge. Bunny waiting for that cooldown. There's Carpe with the Deadeye, but everyone's hiding behind the payload, and it's going to go all the way. EnVyUs gets 3 points. I guess McCree just wanted to watch.
I guess so, Doa. I mean, he had already started channeling that Deadeye, but you've got to break that and get onto the payload as fast as you can when those kills start coming in.
Gonna try something.
I mean, that was just not even difficult for them to hide on the opposite side of the payload and just ride out the duration of the Deadeye channel.
Otherwise, it's like, it's high. Oh, I guess the match is over. Whoops.
And a little bit sloppy, especially on that third point there.
Yep.
By BK Stars.
Well, BK Stars had a pretty good start on defense. Carpe, certainly doing well on that Genji, but once it fell apart pretty hard, and they never really got things back together defensively for the rest of the map.
Certainly did. We'll see if Internet Hulk's going to stay on the Lucio here. Always a question with Envy whether they're going to play Symmetra. They are one of the more heavy Symmetra teams in the world.
Yeah, well, Internet Hulk loves that hero, man. He loves playing Symmetra, and she's certainly viable right now, but we'll see. I would imagine if they'd be using it, he would have already swapped to it. I don't think it's happening this time.
Unfortunately not, but they are going to be going back on that staple triple tank with Harry Hook. They do love playing Soldier on the high ground on King's Row defense. Seen it many, many times from them.
Oh, they're very solid team defensively on a lot of maps.
Okay. So it looks like they are going to try for a sneaky little hook right here to start off the map, and something a little bit unexpected. They are going to show Internet Hulk going up to the door and playing Lucio Sonar.
Yep.
To hear what's going on inside the point, see if they can figure out the team composition.
And Carpe, though, right now, still on that Sombra. Wondering if he's going to stick onto that. Looks like Prove might take a couple shots before he swaps back over to Ana.
Yeah, you're probably...
Wants that pick on Internet Hulk. Or not Internet Hulk, on Harry Hulk.
So they're going to see this. Reinhardt is there charging immediately out. So decide they don't like what they see. And just head right back over to the point, so they're not going to get caught out. Carpe, as you say, will be sticking on the Sombra for now, a pick we've been seeing with increasing frequency.
Yep. Try to build that ultimate and then use the EMP in a fight early on to try to take that point quickly.
Well, EMP going to be very effective against EnVyUs' composition, clearing a lot of those shields.
Yeah. He's already up to 50% ult charge, too. EnVyUs taking the more aggressive stance here. There's a hook.
Wow, not getting
the kill on a burner. The shot was a little bit high to the right, so he didn't land all the parts of it.
Wow, that's actually huge.
Yeah, well, Bunny gets a kill into Mickey, too, so Envy is short-handed here.
Yeah, that could have been a one-for-one trade, and now Envy really has to be careful, especially since Carpe getting up above 90% now has that EMP. And they're going to go in. They should go now.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It's a good fight for them right now. 6-5. Carpe drops the EMP. Coco goes down immediately. They're going to go ahead and use the nano boost onto Alarm as well. Harry Hook has that tag visor, and he's actually going pretty unopposed in the back lines here, doing a ton of damage. Internet Hulk with a kill onto Bunny. Can they actually defend this? He gets hacked, jumps down immediately, has to deal with Carpe here. But EnVyUs for the moment anyway, they may have actually defended this.
That was such a good spread defense from EnVyUs.
Yeah.
So Mickey wasn't quite back yet, but you'll notice that Coco was the only one on the point, and they had Ana and Soldier on different parts of the high ground, creating a crossfire. So when the Reinhardt went in to try and deal with Coco, they were already on the back side, had the nano boost and the attack visor set up. So Envy short-handed, able to defend. And we've seen this from Envy before. When there's a Sombra in the match, they have a very easy time splitting up efficiently to minimize the damage from the EMP, and they know when it's coming.
Yep.
Carpe is just going to switch off after that.
Yeah, it makes sense. You're not going to go for that kind of thing 2 times in a row most of the time. Carpe on the McCree now. DK Stars taking the high road. We'll see if they can hop down and take the point this time. They didn't even get the first tick on the control meter last attack. EnVyUs ready with 3 ults. Harry Hook chips very close to theirs. Vicky really close to his. Alarm dropping down. He's got the Earth Shatter ready to go. If the shield from Coco gets taken out, he's just going to walk in and start swinging. There's the Graviton Surge for EnVyUs. Alarm's going to get the Nano Boost. Nano Boost on both Reinhardts right now. Bunny, though, he pops a whole hog. EnVyUs pushed away. Bunny actually does go down. Taimu getting that first kill with his whole hog.
It's just the play around these ultimates and the sound barriers is so vastly superior for EnVyUs. They're so much more patient, and they chain their ultimates together in a way that they can nullify the effect there. They wait out the enemy sound barrier, and then they attack. Basically right there, we saw so many ultimates of DK Stars do absolutely nothing, thanks to a Graviton and the whole hog coming from Envy.
Yeah. Now, though, BK Stars on the point. EnVyUs has to fight back and take this one. He's going to have to watch out for the Graviton Surge. Alarm goes ahead and drops the Earth Shatter. Carpe gets the kill on the Coco from behind here. Drops on, Carpe with the kill on the Harry Hook as well off of that flashbang. Looking for more chips, very, very low. BK Stars holding strong. There goes Chips. And now Mickey, him and Internet Hulk, the last one standing, and that is it. Last-ditch effort, but BK Stars pulls it off, and they'll get the payload moving.
And that's one of those very slow flanks around the map through upper halls from Carpe. Gets the flanking Deadeye, and it's either scramble or be killed right there. Envy, we see Coco just caught between a rock and a hard place, was turning towards the enemy. Reinhardt, no way to block that, and continue to contest the point. So, nice attack from DK Stars, and they're going to at least get into the street space.
Well, Carpe is certainly playing better today. We saw in the past Bunny trying to find a option here. He came back. There's the Graviton Surge. Okay, Bunny with no ult yet, but they're going to throw in the Alarm with the Nano Boost. Both Ana's picking up kills. EnVyUs trying to fight back. There goes Mickey, and this one may not go too well for EnVyUs. Yeah, the payload's going to keep moving.
Yeah, Carpe just right there, picking up all of the headshots and cleaning it up. You see Envy just buying as much time as they can, but they are split spawning themselves just a little bit. BK Stars going to have another sound barrier very soon to push through up into the Foundry, and Envy, they've got a couple fights left in them, but before the next point is taken, that is, but it's not going to be the most efficient. Bunny actually gets that great kill. Great kill. That means maybe a free point B.
Could be, yeah. EnVyUs is going to have to fight this one 5v6. Carpe comes in with the Deadeye chips in the wrong place at the wrong time, and Coco, somehow the shield got taken down, and they lost him as well. So BK Stars, yeah, they should be able to roll to point B. Your Internet Hulk desperately tries to prevent the payload from moving, but that's point B taken by BK Stars.
That was a great attack by Bunny. Both Bunny and Carpe showing up big with ultimates to take the first 2 points on this map, and they've got a lot of time left in the Foundry phase now, 2:40. They're just 43 seconds from Envy, so it's going to have to be a pretty significant hold here from Envy if they want to take this map.
Things were going so well, but it's really seemed to fall apart here after they lost point A. Mickey with the Graviton Surge, that's a bit of a save for one. Taimu trying to capitalize on that with a whole hog, and he will. EnVyUs winning an easy fight here. Still haven't found Bunny though. Taimu waiting for it. There we go. Harry Hook gets him with the tack visor. EnVyUs used a lot in that fight though.
Yeah, they really didn't need to use that much Toa. Taimu actually going to switch heroes, looks like. Jumping off the map right there. We'll see he's going to make some different selection right now.
You think so, yeah. There's a Widowmaker. Okay, so going for the defensive Widow. Just wants to get those picks. Want to maybe take out some of the ult options that BK Stars have. If he can get Twinkle, if he can get Bunny, there's an opportunity there that they won't have to deal with some of those ults, but so far not so good for Taimu. They're going to drop the sound barrier right away. BK Stars Groove trying to look for some options onto the Widowmakers. EnVyUs comes in now. Burner gets dropped by the Earthshatter. Carpe with the Deadeye though. Looking for some kills. Taimu, gets out of the way just in time. Harry Hook, Mickey, everyone on EnVyUs picking up kills now. And Taimu's provided just enough of a distraction that it looks like EnVyUs did win the fight. Is he going to swap again? Looks like he is.
Wow. It's so interesting what we're seeing right now. It's like he's thinking about it, but thought better. He's going to see if he can get another couple of kills by changing his position and peeking through that doorway, but opening up so much space. And the problem for BK Stars is that Carpe is really the only player on a hero that can actually deal with the Widowmaker in any sense. So that's part of the reason behind the switch right now.
Right.
And BK Stars dumped a whole hell of a lot of ultimates into that fight for virtually no gain.
All right, there's a Graviton Surge. Wow, really lobbed in there by Burner, but it does catch a few members of EnVyUs. Coco jumps in there with the shield up to try to prevent some damage. Mickey's got the nano boost.
Taimu is killing
picking up
everybody.
Kills,
oh my.
I wish we could have gotten that from his view. Hopefully we'll get a replay. Mickey coming back in again, trying to finish off Burner, who's pretty low, but yeah, smarter to just back off and be happy with what you won. They did lose Harry Hook at the end, but man, I want to go back and see what Taimu got those kills.
I mean, as impressive as that was, Doa, from Taimu, the real hero here was actually that nano boost onto Mickey during the charge from Alarm's Reinhardt, because they dumped so many abilities into killing Mickey, and they just couldn't get the job done. So while they were focusing him, and he had damage reduction, that means that Taimu was just opening up with that Widow.
Oh, Graviton Surge again. Harry Hook gets a kill on the Bunny right away with the tack visor. Great flank coming from behind and ripping BK Stars apart. They're into overtime now. EnVyUs looking to win King's Row right here, right now. Zarya's shield saves Twinkle for the moment. Carpe in trouble. There's the sound barrier. Burner does get the kill on the Mickey, so they're trying to use what they've got anyway. Twinkle's so low, he gets the boot. Harry pushed away. There's the kill finally, and they're going to give the nano boost over to Coco to finish this one off. EnVyUs taking King's Row, but man, it was close.
Very close indeed, and such a late swap there from Taimu, but a good read considering the situation. McCree, the only threat really to his Widowmaker. He plants himself on the high ground, wins those long-range duels, and there's nothing else that they can do bar switching off some of those heroes. And the thing is, EnVy's intelligence right there, they knew that most of the ultimates were up. That's why they switched over to the Widowmaker, because if they knew that their enemies were going to want to use those ults rather than switch immediately. And when they focus so heavily on that front line, as long as Taimu can hit the shots, he'll be able to clean up the fight because he will just be untouched.
That's the thing. If your team is down in ults, just